If you've ever believed in a comeback, in a team rising from doubt to destiny, then this story will hit you straight in the heart. Stay till the end, and make sure you subscribe for more legendary tales that keep hope alive. The 2025 Toronto Blue Jays season didn't begin with fireworks, confidence, or the swagger of a team destined for greatness. It began with questions, uncertainty, and the heavy weight of a city desperate for a miracle. Fans packed the Rogers Centre not because they were sure of victory, but because they hung on to that fragile, almost aching belief that maybe this year would be different, that after seasons of heartbreak, rebuilding, and close calls, fate might finally lean their way. For weeks, the team struggled to find rhythm, their performances uneven, their chemistry flickering instead of burning bright. Yet beneath the frustration, something else was quietly forming, an unspoken pact between veteran leaders and rising stars, a promise that despite setbacks, they would push, fight, and claw through every inning until their story transformed into something unforgettable. The turning point came on a chilly April night when the Jays were down 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th, the stadium half empty, fans heading toward exits, disappointed but unsurprised. But then, one by one, players who refused to quit stepped up to the plate, first a double, then a walk, then a single that brought the noise roaring back like a heartbeat restarting. When the final hit cracked through the stadium, the kind that arcs into the night and makes time slow, the ball sailed just far enough to bring home the winning run, and the dugout erupted in a storm of pure, electric belief. That night didn't just change the scoreboard, it changed the season. Word spread across Toronto that the Blue Jays were playing with fire again, not reckless fire, but purposeful, hungry, unstoppable fire. Suddenly, Rogers Centre became a fortress, a roaring dome where families, lifelong fans, and newcomers all felt the same pulse of unity every time cleats hit the field. Kids waved homemade signs, parents shared stories of the 92 and 93 glory days. Seniors who had seen decades of highs and lows whispered that they hadn't felt a season like this in years. And the players felt it too. The dugout energy shifted from tense to electric. Every practice stretched longer. Every player lifted for each other. Every run meant more. But the real challenge came mid-season, when injuries hit, slumps formed, and critics claimed the Jays were only pretending to be contenders. Headlines called them unstable. Analysts predicted collapse. Social media buzzed with doubt. And yet, instead of crumbling, the Blue Jays used the doubts as fuel. The rookies stepped up. The veterans anchored. The bullpen tightened. And the lineup, once unpredictable, began to swing with purpose, precision, and heart. By late summer, Toronto had transformed into a baseball city reborn. Bars overflowed on game nights. Blue and white jerseys dominated the streets. Strangers high-fived outside subway stations. Sports radio hosts who doubted the team months before now called them the most inspiring group in the league. But what made the season legendary wasn't the winning streaks or the standings, it was the moment no one could forget. It was a September game, tied in the late innings, with playoff implications hanging by a thread. The stadium lights glowed like twin suns over the field as tens of thousands held their breath. The pitcher wiped sweat from his brow. The batter tapped his bat twice, a nervous rhythm. And then the pitch came, fast, sharp, unforgiving. Crack. The sound echoed like thunder, sending the ball screaming toward deep center. For a heartbeat, the stadium went silent. Then the outfielder sprinted, leaping with an impossible stretch, glove reaching like it was guided by destiny itself, snatching the ball inches from the wall. Fans erupted. The kind of eruption that shakes a building. The kind that becomes part of a franchise's mythology. From that moment forward, the Blue Jays believed, truly believed, that they were no longer fighting for wins. They were fighting for a story, one they could carry for a lifetime. And they didn't disappoint. Heading into the final weeks, every game felt cinematic. Every bat crack felt like it echoed into the city skyline. Every cheer felt like hope tightening around a team that had found its soul. In the final home game of the regular season, the Jays played not just for standings, but for the fans who carried them through every stumble, every injury, every doubt. When they secured the victory that punched their ticket into postseason contention, the stadium roared with a sound that felt like an entire city exhaling tears of pride. Fireworks burst over the dome. Players hugged like brothers. Fans cried, laughed, lifted strangers into the air. For a team once doubted, once dismissed, the celebration wasn't just about baseball, it was about resilience, unity, and the power of refusing to quit. The city of Toronto, glowing in blue light, whispered the same words everywhere, in bars, in living rooms, on radio broadcasts, and across millions of screens. Here's to the 2025 Toronto Blue Jays. A toast not just to a team, but to a season that reminded everyone what faith, heart, and perseverance truly look like. Whether they won it all or not, they had already made history, in the hearts of the people who needed this story most. If this story moved you, inspired you, or reminded you why we believe in our teams, then don't stop here. Share it, spread it, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss the next powerful story. The next chapter is waiting. Let's make it go viral together.